Hey y'all, I'm Ariel Wright, your local Augusta realtor. And you might know Augusta for golf and good old James Brown, but trust me, there's a whole lot more to the city than meets the eye. From quirky legends and hidden tunnels to gators lurking in our waters, I'm spilling all the fun, weird, and surprising facts about Augusta, Georgia. So whether you're a local, a visitor, or just curious, grab a sweet tea and let's dive into some stories you've probably never heard before. Let's kick it off with one of Augusta's cutest quirks, mouse doors. Scattered throughout the city, these tiny, whimsical doors look like they belong in a fairy tale land. They've popped up on the sides of buildings, walls, and even in random alleyways. Who knows what's behind them? Some say it's a local artist spreading a little bit of magic, but they've definitely become a fun scavenger hunt for locals who know about them and visitors. Next time you're walking downtown, keep an eye out, you might just spot one. Augusta has its fair share of ghost stories, but none of them are as famous as the Haunted Pillar. Legend has it that this pillar, originally part of a farmer's market in the 1800s, was cursed by a preacher who wasn't allowed to preach there. So he declared that anyone that touched it would be struck dead. Over the years, locals reported strange occurrences, and while the original pillar was knocked down, people still talk about its eerie presence. So would you touch it? I'll pass, and I have always passed. Let's clear up some confusion. North Augusta sounds like it should be, well, in Georgia, but it's not. It's actually in South Carolina, right across the Savannah River. And despite the state line, the communities are so intertwined that most people don't even notice. So when someone says they're from North Augusta, you might have to ask like Georgia or South Carolina. Augusta has both the Savannah River and the Augusta Canal, but they serve very different purposes. The Savannah River forms the border between Georgia and South Carolina, and it's a beautiful spot for kayaking, boating, and some riverfront dining, okay? The Augusta Canal, on the other hand, was built in 1845 to power textile mills and factories, and today it's a peaceful place for kayaking, paddleboarding, and scenic walks. So now that you know, river equals big, canal equals chill. Augusta is most famous for two things: the Masters Tournament and James Brown. And people from all over the world come here for the Masters, but funnily enough, most residents have never even set foot on the Augusta National. And while we all love James Brown, you'd be surprised how many locals haven't even visited the James Brown Arena. And did you know Hulk Hogan was born here? Yep, Augusta's got a little bit of everything. So here's another one. Augusta has two airports. Augusta Regional Airport, also known as Bush Field, and it's where most of us catch our flights. But then there's Daniel Field, a smaller airport that caters mainly to private jets and military flights. So unless you're flying in style, stick with Augusta Regional. And fun fact, Daniel Field actually dates back to World War II. So it's got some cool history behind it. Did you know that Augusta is the second largest city in Georgia by population? I know Atlanta gets the attention, but we're right behind them. Some folks will even argue tooth and nail if this isn't true, but the numbers don't lie. Augusta is growing fast, and it's not just about golf anymore. Every March, Augusta goes into overdrive, getting ready for the Masters. Streets are repaved, landscaping is refreshed, and everything looks picture perfect for the visitors. And if you rent out your home during the Masters, there's a special Augusta tax law that lets you earn tax-free income for up to 17 days. So it's a win-win. Augusta looks great, and homeowners cash in and leave town on that vacation. Surprise! Augusta is not just home to golf legends, it's also home to alligators. They mostly hang out in the Savannah River and nearby wetlands, so if you're not likely to see one unless you're near the water, but if you do, don't panic. They're generally more scared of you than you are of them usually, but be careful. Here's one of the juiciest rumors: secret tunnels leading to Augusta National Golf Club. Some say they were used for Prohibition-era smuggling. Others think they're just old service tunnels. Whether they exist or not, no one really knows, but it sure makes fun for a local legend. But I feel like they are really there. Augusta is called the Garden City, but if you ask someone where the gardens are, you might get a blank stare. Sure, we have beautiful parks and plenty of greenery, but not an official garden, so not so much. Maybe the nickname comes from all the lush trees and flowers around town. Either way, it sounds nice, right? Augusta University has had quite the identity crisis. It's gone through 4 names: Augusta College, Augusta State University, Georgia Regents University, and now Augusta University. And when the Georgia Board of Regents renamed it to Georgia Regents University, locals were not happy. And finally, let's talk about Martinez. You might have pronounced it Martinez, but no, around here it's Martinez. Why? No one knows, but it's just one of those things you have to accept if you live here. Welcome to Augusta. Thanks for hanging out with me today. Augusta is full of surprises and there's always something new to discover. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and if you're thinking about buying or selling in the area, hit me up and see you in the next video.